Welcome back. In the framework of holding more international celebrations showing the great Egyptian civilization, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi gave his directives to hold a mega event inaugurating the ram-headed Sphinx's Road after its renovation in Luxor. This came during a meeting with Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Dr. Khalid al-Anani. Let's have a closer look.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met on Saturday with Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Dr. Khalid al-Anani. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the head of state gave his directives to hold a mega event celebrating the inauguration of the ram-headed Sphinx Road in Luxor, resuming the state's path of holding international events, propagating for Egypt's soft power and reflecting the richness of Luxor as a unique tourism destination. Radi added that the meeting discussed other ongoing projects of the Tourism Ministry, as the President instructed to resume full cooperation and coordination among different authorities to guarantee that all facilities are presented to Egypt's guests all year round. For his part, Al-Anani reviewed his ministry's current activities and projects and the measures taken to make the maximum benefit from Egypt's tourism sites coinciding with the start of the winter season. Al-Anani also referred to coordinating efforts among different ministries to guarantee full tourism sector recovery after the negative repercussions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The President, meanwhile, also instructed to afford more medical teams in different airports for COVID-19 checks on tourists upon their demand. Al-Anani also briefed the President on the international activities of the ministry, including participating in international expos, as well as his latest visit to UNESCO and meeting with its high-ranking officials, topping the list its manager, as he reviewed with them the state's efforts in the antiquities and museum files.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli asserted that the distinguished Egyptian participation in Dubai Expo 2020 reflects his heavy weight at regional and international levels and the great history it is sharing with Middle East countries and the African continent. Madbouli's remarks came at a conference on the sidelines of the international exhibition in the UAE on Saturday. Madbouli said that the government has been keen on participating in different human fields in the fair, adding that the Egyptian pavilion showcases the great Egyptian civilization. The Prime Minister referred to the deeply rooted relations with the UAE, saying the exhibition is being held at a time when the world is facing a new challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic. After inspecting the Egyptian pavilion at the Dubai Expo 2020, Madbouli met with ruler of Dubai Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, as the latter affirmed his full support for strengthening cooperation relations with Egypt, praising the construction of more than 20 new smart cities in Egypt. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry held talks on Saturday with UN Special Envoy for Libya, Jan Kubis, currently in an official visit to Cairo, Egypt. During the meeting, Egypt's top diplomat asserted Egypt's full rejection to the existence of foreign troops, gunmen or mercenaries on Libyan soil, as this is considered a direct threat to Libyan security and sovereignty, as well as regional stability at large. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Councillor Ahmed Hafiz said Shoukry also highlighted the importance of coordinating efforts to take a firm stance towards more parties which still supply Libya with weapons. The foreign minister also tackled the necessity of holding the Libyan presidential and parliamentary elections on December 24th upon the approved roadmap to guarantee that the country is on the right path, far from instability and internal strife. For his part, the UN envoy briefed Shoukry with his latest contacts with different Libyan parties with the aim of stabilizing the nation in this critical period. He also hailed the Egyptian stance to support the Libyans, especially with hosting the 5+5 group and exerting efforts to meet the Libyan people's legitimate need of prosperous and secured life. Ministry of Defense and Military Production Lieutenant General Mohammed Zaki witnessed on Saturday the graduation ceremony of a new batches of the Armed Forces Health Institutes. More details in the coming report.
Minister of Defense and Military Production Lieutenant General Mohammed Zaki witnessed the graduation ceremony of the new batches of the Armed Forces Health Institutes. The ceremony included a motorbike show which proved the distinguished level of the cadets as well as the physical level of them as one of the main characteristics of the fighters. A shooting show also highlighted the professional level of the graduates, as it was followed by introducing the skills of nursing inside the simulation rooms, which were equipped with the latest technologies in the field. A number of photos of the nation's martyrs were displayed in a show of gratitude to the noble, unforgettable sacrifices. By the end of the ceremony, Zaki conveyed the greetings of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, to the graduates and their families, stressing that the Armed Forces will resume developing the medical services introduced to the military personnel and the civilians on equal footing. He also decorated the excellent cadets with the Merit of Excellent Duty, which was ratified by President al-Sisi in appreciation to the distinguished performance as the whole batch swore the oath. The ceremony was also attended by the Army Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Osama Askar, and the number of top Army commanders and officers.
Minister of Defense